In today's news, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States calls for the United Kingdom government to withdraw the order in council in the BVI without delay, and residents reminded that removal of sand from the territory's beaches is an offence, and residents encouraging the former speaker to run for political office, claims Willock, and 7-year-old Anegada student created a dog competition that sparked regional interest. Well, viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Freeze. Choose your mix. Choose your flavor.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Well, welcome viewers to the Wednesday, October 26th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Well, thank you so much for joining us. While leading today's newscast, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, also referred to as OECS, has joined in the call of urging the United Kingdom government to withdraw the order in council in the British Virgin Islands, which has the authority to suspend the territory's constitution. Well, the call was made at the 72nd meeting of the OECS authority, where heads of government and political representatives discussed the progress of reform in the British Virgin Islands. Well, the statement read, and I quote, "The authority calls for the United Kingdom order in council being held in reserve to suspend the British Virgin Islands constitution to be withdrawn without delay," end quote. Well, the OECS authority also objected to the possibility of direct rule being imposed over the territory, calling it a violation of the rights of the BVI people. Well, they agreed to a common position at the relevant UN fora to support the self-governance and right to self-determination of the people of the British Virgin Islands. But the statement continued, and I quote, "The authority objects to the imposition of direct colonial rule over the people of the British Virgin Islands, whose human rights and right to self-determination set out in the United Nations Charter and relevant UN resolution should not be violated by any party," end quote. While Premier and Minister of Finance Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley and his government were also commended by the OECS authority for their, and I quote, "firm commitment to good governance and the ongoing successful implementation of the framework for the implementation of the Commission of Inquiry and other reforms," end quote. Well, in addition, the authority also pledged technical assistance to support the government of the National Unity in its implementation of the Commission of Inquiry Recommendation Reform Framework. Well, moving on, viewers, where residents of the Virgin Islands are reminded that in accordance with the Beach Protection Ordinance Cap 233, 1985, it is illegal to carry out sand mining activities at the territory's beaches. Well, viewers, Minister of Natural Resources and Labour, the Honourable Melvin M. Turnbull, said removal of any natural barrier against the sea, including sand, stone, gravel, or shingle from any land that is part of the shoreline, is not allowed. He said removal of even small quantities from beaches results in damage over a long period. Honourable Turnbull said, and I quote, "Well, human activities such as illegal sand mining and filling in of our ponds have had a negative effect on our beaches like Josiah's Bay, Cane Garden Bay, with this coupled with natural extreme weather events like floods and hurricanes, which have also negatively affected the integrity of our beaches, and the loss of coastal vegetation. Well, now more than ever, our beaches are susceptible to erosion and hence must be protected," end quote. Honourable Turnbull stated that beaches are not only important for recreation, but that they also support nesting leatherback and hawk-billed turtles and seabirds along the shore. Well, the minister said any person removing sand from the beach would be guilty of an offence and is liable to be fined a penalty or imprisonment for a term of 6 months or both, and in addition thereto, any boat, vehicle, or animal used in connection with the commission of the offence is liable to forfeiture. Well, a study in 2013 titled Tourism Value of the Environment, carried out by the Institute of Environmental Studies, University of Amsterdam, found that 75.8% of tourists surveyed agreed, and I quote, "Beaches in the BVI are particularly beautiful," end quote. Well, viewers, based on the findings of their study, the researchers concluded, and I quote, "Beaches are the most important ecological assets of the BVI and may well be considered the engine of the economy. But for this reason, the beaches and the ecosystem supporting this ecological asset should be managed well," end quote. Well, viewers, up next, residents encouraging the former speaker to run for political office, claims Willock. And 7-year-old Anegada student created a dog competition that sparked regional interest. But these are the more stories after a word from our sponsors.
You value traditions. You value music. You value education. Family.
I love you.
Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
Introducing a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons. I'm taking you outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's the best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Virgin Gorda to Jos Van Dyke, not forgetting Anegada. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing. We are the movers and shakers of this generation. The art of a distinguished gentleman. Season 4 by yours truly, Ron Grant. Raising a generation of greatness. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on 284 Media.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire, bring it home and upgrade today.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Welcome back, viewers. A former Speaker of the House of Assembly, Julian Willock, has hinted at potentially running in the next general election, stating that there is a consensus among some residents across the territory who believe he can contribute meaningfully to local politics. Well, viewers, Willock shared those views during his recent guest appearance on Carib Update Exclusives after being asked by host Tahir Burke whether he will be contesting in the upcoming election. Well, he said as an active Virgin Islands Party member, he has not yet decided on whether he will be running as yet, but confirmed that he has a committee established to provide ideas on a way forward.
Well, part of my listening tour, as I talked to you about earlier, that there have been many people throughout the country from Anegada to Josh Van Dyke and Virgin Gorda and the main island of Tortola, have asked me to run and think that I can make a meaningful contribution. I have not declared anything yet. As of today, I am a Virgin Islands Party member, and I will continue to be that until things change. I'm not predicting a change, but one never know in this political arena. So I have not declared yet, but I will say, in terms of transparency, I do have a committee set up, and I've been listening keenly to their ideas.
Well, earlier in the interview, Willock said he has been touring the territory to get the views of some residents on several topical issues.
Doing some tours around the country, including to our sister islands, listening to the residents of the territory in terms of what they want to see after the next general election, their thoughts about the Commission of Inquiry, their hopes, their aspiration, their suffering. So I've been on a quiet listening tour, and I've been able to gather a lot of information that we need a new direction in the Virgin Islands.
Well, to be a solid contestant in the upcoming election, the former speaker believes that candidates should approach their campaigns with reasonable ideas and solutions and not criticisms.
The next election must be based on ideas, solutions, and not just criticism. So anybody coming before the people of this territory, the people of the Virgin Islands, ought to tell them how are they going to make their life better. What are you going to do differently? What are you going to do to raise revenues? What are you going to do to scale back on some of those laws and regulation that have stifled growth? What are you going to do to make sure that the private sector is properly facilitated, notwithstanding the rules and regulation? So those are the things that I want to hear.
Willock also disclosed that he will be pushing for a number of initiatives, including the expansion of the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport on Beef Island.
One of the things, for example, that I will be championing if a decision is made to enter political office is the airport, our Terence B. Lettsome International Airport. The runway needs to be expanded, which will go a far way in helping our tourism sector and also our airlift, where we can have direct flights from New York, London, Miami, etc. So that is one of the things I'll be championing. Again, if I decide to run, another thing that I'll be championing is that we need to come up with realistic ideas about revenue. The government is not a bottomless pit in terms of funds. We have to understand that we have to come with creative ways of raising revenue so we can sustain our public service, so we can sustain our schools, our social development, etc. Because I've concluded at the end of the day, whether you VIP, NDP, PPP, whatever P you are, all of us in this territory want the same thing. We want good roads, we want good infrastructure, we want our sewer system fixed, we want to feel safe, we want good health care, we want to be able to take our family on a vacation, and we want to make sure that we leave the life for our children better off than we have experienced.
Well, viewers, this will not be Willock's first attempt to run for political office, as he first sought to run under the Virgin Islands Party as an at-large representative back in 2018. However, that dream was short-lived as he missed out on the opportunity after losing by just 4 votes in a VIP internal poll. Well, moving on, viewers, where 7-year-old Zayana Jarvis of the Claudia Creaky Educational Center on Anegada recently held a dog competition which attracted the submission of 15 dogs, including dogs from outside the territory. Well, our media host recently sat down with Zayana and her mother, Charissa Peterson, to speak on the initiative, which was received by many. Well, Miss Peterson spoke about her daughter's love for dogs, which she revealed was the inspiration behind the initiative.
Zayana is 7 years old. She's in grade 2, and she's an animal lover. She loves dogs, but unfortunately we can't have a dog at the moment. So when I came from Tortola on Thursday afternoon last week, she had a little flyer that she drawn up, and she told me that she wanted to have a dog competition to see who has the cutest dog.
Okay, great. And Zayana, this question is for you. What made you decide to go to your mommy about the idea for a dog competition?
Because I was thinking about a dog that had a competition. So I had an idea to make a dog competition to show love and affection to your pets.
Well, Peterson also spoke on what she believes made the competition transcend beyond the Virgin Islands.
When Zayana got up on Sunday morning, she was very adamant that we start this competition now. So I decided to help her by posting it on my WhatsApp status and just promote it a little bit for her. And we had a lot of support. A lot of people that saw the status sent pictures of the dogs and wanted to enter the competition. So that's how she got the pictures, and I was showing them to her as they came in, and she decided that she would judge them on the following day.
Well, Peterson, who is also a teacher at the Claudia Cricky Educational Center, said seeing her daughter behind such a competition made her extremely proud of her achievement.
Well, I was very proud of her, because she's a little girl that when she has something in her mind, she's very passionate about it. So I was proud of her for having the idea and promoting it and executing this competition. And we were overwhelmed and surprised with how many people actually wanted to participate. So then she had the idea to give prizes. Initially, she didn't have any prizes, but after she got the interest of a local fisherman, he decided to contribute the first prize, which was $50. And then she had a second prize, a crochet phone case, and the third prize was a stuffed toy. So those were the prizes that she picked. And then it was just fun for us, and it was a good thing for her to do. She also announced it in assembly at school, so she got the rest of the students involved as well. So it was good.
Well, first place went to Lily from Anegada, second place went to Snowy from St. Vincent, and third place went to Tritz from Sabre. Well, here's Diana announcing the winners of the competition.
Hi everyone, my name is Diana Desiree Jarvis, and it was a hard decision because everyone was cute. Every pet was cute with you because... So, I really wanted to take 4 winners, but mommy say only 3. So first place goes to Lily from Anegada. Second comes to Snowy from St. Vincent. And third goes to Trixie from Sabre. So, I'm
here to say thank you.
Thank you for all of you for joining the dog competition.
Well, viewers, that full interview will be available on all 284 media platforms tomorrow, Thursday, October 27th at around 4 p.m. Well, up next, Jovan Cline to be installed as new senior pastors of the New Life Baptist Church in January 2023. Our Ron Grant sat down with him and his father to speak about that historic moment. We get to do that story when 284 News return.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you,
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
She? I talking about my city life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch and care? You say you were sick? What happened to over the rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
Welcome back, viewers. Well, Jovan Lee Cline, who is set to become the senior pastor of the New Life Baptist Church in January 2023, recently sat down with our Ron Grant to speak on the historic transition in his church. Well, the decision comes as current senior pastor Bishop Jovan Cline is set to transition from his role as the church's senior pastor, a position he held since 1993. Well, Pastor Jovan Cline, who's 28 and son of the outgoing senior pastor, was ordained as a pastor on Sunday, 30th of January 2022, but he currently serves as the church's director of music.
So I returned to the BVI in 1989 from New Jersey. Hadn't been ordained in 1985 at the New Life or New Light Baptist Church in Bloomfield, New Jersey. But before I left the BVI in 1977 or somewhere around there, the Rotom Baptist Church was already up and going as a mission in Bruce Bay. And then it became a full-blown church later on. So really in 1963 is when the church was established. And by a then missionary gentleman by the name of Jerry Smith. Then he was succeeded by a guy by the name of Forbes. I forgot his first name. And then Cromwell Oliver Hodge, which is the brother of Hesketh and Mark Vanterpool and all the siblings, the oldest brother of them. It was in that backdrop that I came after Pastor Cromwell Oliver Hodge left, and they were without a pastor for about 4 years. I was serving as the youth pastor in the King Garden Bay Baptist Church when I got the call to come and help them to do some preaching and so on and so forth. Still young, I was probably 33 at the time or something like that. And yeah, and that's how it all got started. But the church was established in 1963 as the Rotown Baptist Church.
Bishop Cline spoke specifically about the transition of leaders in the history of his church.
It is always my belief in succession planning. I believe that every good leader must have a succession plan in place. And that succession plan can't be death or old age. But, you know, if you ever seen a relay, you're passing to someone, a strong one is passing to another strong one so that the race can continue and you can win. So even though I consider myself a full strength and good age, I believe that there is a generation that's coming behind that truly I would not be able to effectively minister to and reach as someone younger. The younger person just happened to be my son. It wasn't by any design of mine. It happened that way. The Lord just orchestrated the whole thing in this miraculous way that it is Him, and I'm very proud that it's Him. But it is my fundamental belief that if we are going to continue to reach the generations to come, then you must have someone who can relate to them in a relevant way, in an effective way. And we, the older ones, are there as the guiding force, the foundational pieces to uphold, to propel forward, and continue the work of ministry in an effective way.
Well, incoming senior pastor Jovan Cline shared just how he accepted the call and spoke about his journey to getting to this point.
What I will say though is I did not see myself. It was not an aspiration, or a long-term aspiration, I should say, to be in this position. And frankly, I never seriously considered it up until the point where Bishop, my father, presented to me as an option, as something, as he explained in the moment, that God would not let him let go of. He presented it as the direction that God was continuously pointing him in. And, you know, I'll be a big candidate, and we can all be open and honest and say, you know, there's a lot of reasons where he would not want me in this position. It's not an easy thing to hold. It's not an easy road to walk. But he couldn't escape that direction and that indication from God.
Well, Jovan also spoke about the importance of young persons being given an opportunity to lead.
I think it's vitally important. There's no future without young leadership. There is absolutely no future without young leadership. If we wait until the young become old to help them lead, they'll be in no position to actually relate or to nurture those who are coming up. And I think it's also very vital to remember that, especially with a position that I'm stepping into, this is a community effort. In any situation where you're putting a young person to lead, it has to be a community effort. It's going to take those who have been there to rally together, to guide, to nurture, to secure, to protect that young person as they step forward. It's going to take that community to be open and to show acceptance. In no space, in no frame of mind do I think that this is about me. If I was making a decision that was plainly about me, there's 100 other things that I could do. This is not about me, and because it's not about me, it's going to take community, it's going to take the group.
Well, viewers, that full interview can be viewed on all 284 media platforms. But that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.